This is my mother for 24 years, which would mean that that is the kind of commentary and stuff that I grew up around. Very, very, very toxic.
Before you judge a single mom, try asking her story. Became a single mother because she chose herself.
The easiest way to keep a man is to quite literally not give a damn about him. Stop! We're tired! Miss somebody else, please. I treat myself top tier! Do you know I book my own flights to go out the country?
When I was in the hospital, I had just had my daughter. My mother came and visited me, and while she was there, she made a comment to me. She said, "The only reason why I here right now with you is because that this is your first child," which basically translates to, if you do this again, then I won't be doing this. Like, I will not be coming and visiting you in the hospital. And that is just the tip of the iceberg. This is my mother for 24 years, which would mean that that is the kind of commentary and stuff that I grew up around. Very, very, very toxic. So basically, my entire pregnancy and when I first had her, I really felt nothing. A new mother would be excited. In their head, it's going to be like, my child this, my child that. That unfortunately wasn't the case for me. I was just legit going through the emotions, and nobody actually knew this, not even her father. And as I was reflecting on it, I was trying to figure out where that came from, like why I felt that way. But it was because that I was so focused on my mother. For some reason, I was so focused on my mother, like what she wanted, the fact that we was raised to don't have any children, because that is what she preached right through. So I was so focused on the fact that now I have a
Wait. So your mother said don't have children, and I'm sure it wasn't don't have children. Like your mother is a mother. She had you, but I'm sure it was don't carry before you marry. She knows the heartache that you go through. She knows the hardships single mothers go through. She probably went through some, even if she wasn't a single mother. She's mothering you. That's your mother.
child and I bring a child and she hosts, because these are the things that she would say, oh, don't go and get the children I bring in my house, these kind of things. I was so wrapped around that when I fell pregnant, that is all that consumed me. Like when I
What?
tell you that as a female, your mother could be one of the most toxic people to you and your existence, I'm not even exaggerating. But
Mm-mm.
2 years later, and I feel that energy. I feel like my daughter has really grew on to me. Like I feel that energy that I was missing throughout my pregnancy and when she was a baby.
Boo-hoo.
And I put off making a video like this or any of its kind for a long, long time. But your voice has power, and it has the power to heal you when you speak about certain things, and it has the power to heal others. So I'm gonna call this from silence to self.
I just want to clap it up real quick. And it's not for her, it's for her mother. She tried. She tried. And what happened with you? She followed through too. Don't have that baby in my house crying. That's what she should be telling you. She's not supposed to be welcoming. She told you your whole life. She was doing the right thing. Actually, I'm seriously, man. I'm proud of your mother. I'm looking at you like you're crazy. And I'm sure everybody that's watching is looking at you like you're crazy too. Cause you made this video. You was better off just going through it and not making a video. You made a video, but you look so foolish. Why? Why do you look foolish? Because you have grown people, grown men, and a lot of grown women that are looking at you right now going, huh? Your mother tried to stop you from being a part of all of the women who are struggling right now. You look like you just got finished crying. Not even just about your mom. I'm sure you're going through some struggles you're dealing with. Your mother's right. Shout out to your mother. For real. I give your mom nothing but love. I know you may have hard feelings towards her right now. Your mother's a great mom.
Before you judge a single mom, try asking her her story.
Let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you're a single mom. Now you're a single mom.
Because it's likely that she became a single mother because she chose herself. Because you weren't there to see the tears she cried, or to watch the disrespect she endured, or to hear herself questioning if she's good enough after being cheated on. Don't judge a single mother unless you heard her pen against the paper late at night, making plans for her and her kids to live a better life. Don't judge a single mother unless you were there to support her after she left the toxic relationship. Don't judge a single mother unless you were there to help her scrape the coins together to feed her children. Don't judge a single mother unless you were there to help her make a payment arrangement.
Did you hear what you just said? Help us scrape the coins together to feed her children. That's what the girl's mother was talking about. And she got a nerve, I gotta use one of your lines, to get on Beyonce's internet talking that talk. Like, what? I'm sitting there listening like, you know there's grown folks watching you, right? You do know that, right? Watching you and proud of your mother. And your mother's talking about this. This is exactly what her mother was talking about. Let me let her finish. She's talking about scraping coins together now. Your mom didn't want you scraping coins together like this woman while doing her makeup. When that's the coins right there. That makeup is the coins. She scraped the coins together, got makeup though, and did it get ready with me.
For the upcoming bills because her child needed clothes.
That's not my problem.
Don't judge a single mother unless you were there to wipe her tears. She blamed herself for the obstacles that she was facing. Instead, take a minute to compliment her for her strength and her resilience to choose something more for herself and for her kids. Don't judge a single mother if you were the cause and the reason for contributing to her becoming a single mother. And if you still feel the need to judge a single mother, start by judging yourself first.
Make it make sense.
I'm sorry. I know I seem heartless, but I'm not being heartless. Like, you just made a video talking about the exact things parents talk about. I'm still on that last girl. Parents talk about, men talk about, even women talk about. There's going on. I ain't talking about this stuff. So many outlets to turn to. But what happens? You turn the channel. All right? You ladies don't want to hear it. You turn away. You look the other way. And then you're in a situation saying, don't talk about me. Oh, no, you're going to get talked about. Why? Because you're an example. Why? Because other ladies need to see this. Seriously, everything happening in this day and age, the future, the younger girls should be watching all of these videos going, I don't think I want to do that. The girls in the face doing a single mom life, get ready with me challenge, saying she's scraping coins, even though while she's making money on YouTube, on TikTok, and what is she going to do with that money? That's the thing. What are you going to do with this TikTok check? I wonder how you're going to spend that. Is it going to be wise or thrown away? I'll let you guys answer. Let me know what you think down in the comments. 1 or 2. Wise, 1. Thrown away, 2.
I'm still single.
Which means leftover women.
I feel like this is an epidemic in the world. You have so many awesome women that are just out here looking for a good partner. I cannot stand dating websites. Me and my cousin, who is about 9.5 years younger than me, downloaded Hinge on a pop the balloon night just for fun. And when I say matched with a few people, but literally deleted it within 48 hours because I just couldn't deal. Like, I need to connect with someone in person. I need to see what your vibe is. I can't just connect with you based off of surface level things or, little tidbits and facts you're probably lying about. Yeah, I just feel like society has just taken a turn. Social media, although it's a blessing in a lot of ways, I feel like it's a curse because everybody is so accessible and nobody's willing to commit to one person or work on anything or kind of like fight through anything because, well, I'll just move on to the next one. You know, here's a woman who doesn't have her standards as high or, will turn a blind eye to certain things. And it's just not fair. It's not fair. So I know if I'm willing to be committed, loyal, dedicated, and really pour into a person, there has to be at least one other person out there that has the same morals and values. But I just don't get it.
Yeah. Can't help her. Why can't she be helped? She's clueless. And she's 35. By 35, you should have something figured out by now. A man, I wouldn't say children, because we see that's what the whole video is about, right? Don't marry before you carry. I mean, don't carry before you marry. But still, most modern women are clueless. And what do? They're clueless and they reverted from here. Did they do this? Men are not talking to me. Your fault. Men are not. Men won't ask me out. Your fault. It's the man's fault. So you're single. You're not doing it now. But this is TikTok. And I have to start doing this. I didn't do it with her, but I'm gonna start looking. Every girl that makes a TikTok video that I react to, I'm gonna find her saying I'm single, and then find another video with her talking about men. Seriously, how men are not men because they're not talking to her, or men changed, men not talking to women anymore. It's like textbook. Seriously, it's textbook, and we all know how this is played out.
And while we all here, since y'all want to keep a man so bad, I'ma just let y'all know the easiest way to do so. While I take down my hair, y'all. I hope this comes out cute because I don't have time to be playing around. The easiest way to keep a man is to quite literally not give a damn about him.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you something. We don't care.
Okay? Quite literally not give a damn, because one thing men will always do is try to chase your attention, because whatever your attention is on, that's where the energy comes from. So your attention needs to be on you 1000% of the time. And what that's going to do is make that man want to pour into you as much as you pour into you, because what does that mean? It means you don't have to pay attention to yourself as much, and you can pay attention to him, what he wants. So what you're going to do is you're going to be enthralled in yourself, your fitness, your looks, whatever you're interested in hobby-wise. You're going to be enthralled in it, okay? Pause. Oh, pause. Y'all, hold that. What the hell?
Well, that could be helpful if a woman is worried about her fitness and not stressing men. That's kind of what a man wants a little bit, but the man does want attention. So that's not how you keep a man. But let me let her finish. Let me see what else she says.
What the hell, Leontay? What the hell, Leon? Yeah, look at this.
You're loving the attention.
Okay, back to the topic. You're gonna be enthralled in yourself, your beauty, your looks, your finances. Because what that's gonna signal to that man is you care about you, so he needs to care about you, so then you could care about him, so then he could be like you. financially thriving, beautiful, just splurging and oozing energy and vibrancy and love. That's what happens when you focus on you. So if you want that man to be around, because guys, just take my advice from experience. I had a man, and he's still around, who wasn't acting so right in the beginning. And what made him start acting right is when I started actually being very mean to him, and then worrying about my nails, my hair, my makeup, and going on dates and having fun and looking good. That's the only thing that kept the man around. I promise you, just take my advice. If you want to keep a man, focus on you. Go get that education, go to the gym, eat right, look good, feel good, be good, and you gonna keep whatever man you want. Get whatever man you want. Can we give it out for this look though? Can we?
Man, she couldn't be more wrong. Man, she couldn't be more wrong. Ladies, please stop looking at TikTok for advice. You do that, you're going to push a man so far away. Why? Men have already figured out the scam, the debt scam. That's what college is. If you're not going to college and doing something with it, because most aren't, you're in debt. College causes debt. Think about when back in the war, back when men went to war and they pushed for women to work, they wanted more debt slaves. So now they wanted even more debt slaves. How do they do it? College. They have more debt. They so hard on you to where you can't get rid of it. It haunts you forever. Use your common sense. Think back in your mind and go, use your brain and say, wait a minute, the government has to have some parts in this. They have to be getting some kickback from this because it wouldn't be so bad. And she said, oh yeah, focus on you, go to school. And I'm sitting there like, these ladies are giving you advice and you all wonder, why are you single? And then you have another woman who is ignoring her mom's advice and walking around now she's a single mom. Man, it gets no better. It gets no worse, actually. Sorry about that. It gets no worse.
I mean, I said I wasn't going to say anything else, but this is the comment. We love to talk about the things that ain't really doing nothing.
The degrees.
Every day, somebody homeless with their kids. Can't pay their rent. In the shelter, begging for money.
Welcome to adulthood.
That look like me. But we don't talk about this stuff. We ignore it. We act like it don't exist. We're so educated. But we're also educated homeless women. We're homeless. We have no money. Can't pay our bills. Because we idolize materialistic things that have no value in your life. We're homeless. We're getting evicted. We cannot pay our bills, but yet we brag and brag and brag about how we are so educated.
Bad, man. That's what's happening. You just saw what the lady in the last video just did that. Oh, don't focus on it, man. What? And that's what it is too. They're so focused on, I gotta get me a man. Why do you have to get you a man? Because they're in dire straits. They're struggling. They want a man to pay their bills. And men are refusing. Because let me tell you about men, right? Men aren't going to college, but you know what a man will do? A man will work a job and say, you need me to work some extra shifts? You got it. Get a second job. And he's making more than the woman's making. And he's not spending that money because he kept it simple. That's what men are doing. Do you know the best way to do a sell or to get a sell or to convince someone is keep it simple, stupid? That's the best thing to do. Kiss the customer. Keep it simple, stupid. That's the same way to get through life. Let me cook for a second. You get through life by keeping it simple.
He ain't lying.
Stupid. Ain't that something? You see how that analogy in sales goes with life? And what are men doing? A lot of men are doing that. A lot of men are saying, we need to look at the Bill Gates of the world, you know, guys that are actually rich. And a lot of guys don't want to be rich like that. But you know what they're doing? Let me live simply. Let me do what I can do to get by. And make a little bit of extra money to thrive. We're getting by. Guys aren't ending up homeless, but let's get into the next one.
Listen, I don't know which man need to hear this, right? And this is me advocating for a lot of us women. Please stop overselling and underperforming. Please stop texting us, I miss you, 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 and you literally do nothing to see us. What the do you miss? Because I never even gave you no coochie, sir. What do you miss? The idea of us? What is it? I miss you, I miss you, I miss you, I miss you, and do literally nothing. Followed by fucking crickets. What do you miss? What do you miss? This is how I know some of y'all men are used to dealing with bare minimum women. Because the way you show up, you underperform so bad. And now you think that was okay over there with the last 50 girls you done dated. You get over here and think that you could do that over here. Do I strike you as bare minimum?
Very manly.
Oh, man.
Sir, I treat myself top tier. Do you know I book my own flights to go out the country? Do you know?
Run.
That? Please stop texting us that I miss you, 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 followed by nothing.
Who hurt you?
Text us and say, sweetie, I miss you. Hey, love, I miss you. Are you free Thursday around 5 or 6 o'clock? I would love to treat you out to a cocktail or something.
No.
Can we take a walk and I can pick your brain?
Not gonna happen. No, not gonna happen.
No.
Stop.
No. They don't understand. The man is trying to slow walk you to get you out of that mindset. A man doesn't want to blow the bag on you. You're not worth blowing a bag on. I bet you no one's told that before. You're not worth it. You're not a dime piece. You're not walking around here like, somebody tell these women, they have to tell them the truth. You're not an 8. You're not a 7. These women walking around thinking they're 7s and 8s and 9s and 10s, and they're 2s and 3s. They're still in pre-K. 1, 2, 3. 1 plus 1 equals 2. You're still in your ABCs and 1, 2, 3s and low 1, 2, 3s. 1 plus 1 equals 2. That's you. That's what you gotta do. Man, you start hitting with the 1 plus 1 equals 2, and that's you. Woo! Humbling. That's what they need to hear.
What did I miss you? You know what I'm saying? Stop. We're tired. A lot of y'all are overselling and underperforming. Miss us with that. Miss somebody else, please. Because a lot of y'all are missing us and followed by crickets. Leave us alone. Thank you very much. Call me back. Peace.
I want to give a shout out to the men that did that to her, because they should have told her 1 plus 1. Hold on. Let me get back to the video. I gotta stop joking. But no, because she's clowning. But she's serious, though. This is a serious situation. What she doesn't understand is how you're viewed. I'm telling you right now. Men look at you and go, okay, this is not a girl I want to spend money on, right? Now, if you were looking better, the man probably wouldn't date you. Let me cook now. He probably wouldn't date you. So you got the man in the door, right? Because you want so much more and you don't deserve so much more, you're going to struggle for a long time. That's what all you women have to realize. They all want more and you don't deserve it.
Couldn't agree more.
father in your life or having a dad that was there but emotionally disconnected affects Black women in ways that we don't even think of. The first one is your self-love. It is said that you get your nurturing from your mother, but you get your confidence and your sense of who you are from your dad. So there's a lot of Black girls, unfortunately, who were not raised with their father, who have a hard time knowing who you are, loving yourself, and also number two, setting boundaries. When you didn't have a male figure there to protect you when you were young, you assume that you're not worthy of being protected or kept safe or kept happy. So then you don't set boundaries and keep yourself safe and happy. That's why that's so hard for Black women to do, because somebody wasn't there, aka your dad, to do that for you when you were young. The other thing is that you seek either validation from men or to have men react to you in some way, whether that's lust or jealousy or anger or acknowledging you or whatever. You feel this craving of needing a man to react in some way to validate you, or you feel like you need constant compliments, constant verbal validation. That feeling of not being good enough comes from a father wound. The other thing is that we will recreate that wounded relationship and not even realize it, because our subconscious mind will relive out patterns. This is why you hear a lot of people say they're like have dated narcissists or emotionally unavailable men. I have been through this myself, because what I didn't realize is my father was unavailable to me, and that pattern of chaos seemed normal. That pattern of abandonment seemed normal. It seemed normal for you to pull up with gifts and wonderful things and then leave me high and dry a week later, but you're gonna come back around next month with more gifts and I'm just gonna forgive you, right? So we subconsciously recreate our wounded father relationship, and this is why so many of us are in toxic relationships, because the first relationship we ever had with a man was toxic and it broke our heart, and we keep reliving that over and over again, thinking we're going to make it right. This is also why a lot of Black women are fixers and will get with men that have potential and will try to be the ride or die and fix and do all of that. You are trying to correct a subconscious wound. You are trying to prove to a man that you are worth staying with because you felt abandoned by the first man that was supposed to accept you. So if you recognize any of these behaviors in yourself, I have embodied all of them at one point or another in my journey. It is so important to start to make peace with whatever happened with your dad, whatever you felt like he didn't give you. Because here's the important thing to know. It's not you. You were not the reason that he didn't give you what he was supposed to give you. It's not because you weren't worthwhile. It's not because you weren't a good kid. It's not because you weren't special and precious. He, as your father, had something going on, and now you deserve to rewrite that story and give yourself all the love that you've deserved all along.
3-person part, like Zoom call kind of format, and it's called White Tears and Black Trauma, the Unseen Workplace Weapon. It is so powerful. I'm like halfway, I got like probably a couple minutes left on it, and when I tell you that this is speaking so true to my soul, not just because I've experienced it in multiple settings, but the things that they were saying truly hit home. One of the things that they mentioned were like how white women will sometimes say things that are borderline offensive, also known as a microaggression, and then they step back and they're like, oh, I didn't know that it affected them that bad, and they'll start to cry, whether physically or just, non-physically, and they'll start to cry, and it's like the situation turns from the Black woman onto the tears of the white woman. This topic alone really does speak, like, woo. This is my thoughts on it. I'm currently going through something where I'm just really confused. Hold on, let me try to figure out how to say this. There's a white woman that I'm interacting with, and at where I work at, there's multiple white women that I interact with. They're so comfortable to ask me about my clothes. They're so comfortable to ask me about my hair. I even had a teacher one time ask me if I can come and speak to her class about light skin, dark skin, and how that's affecting them, and all types of stuff. Y'all are comfortable to ask me about that. I even had teachers in the past who asked me to come in and speak to their kids about Black History Month, which ended up backfiring because the parents ain't like that. I got up out of that district quick. But y'all are so comfortable asking me about every little thing. music, all of that. Asking if their black kids can come take a break with me because they feel like I'll be a great fit because I'm black and all this other stuff. Y'all comfortable to ask about that? But let it be an issue that arises. And I come to you and I tell you how I feel about that issue. All of a sudden, I'm a monster. All of a sudden, I'm scary. I had this white woman come up to me not too long ago, tell me how her kids were biracial, and talk about like where did I get my hair done, and compliment me on my hair, all this old good stuff. So we're here now, right? Like you're comfortable enough to ask me about we're here now. She did something that was, I felt like, okay, we comfortable enough to talk about race, comfortable enough to talk about hair, and this is only a couple of interactions. Then you should be comfortable enough to let me correct you, okay? You did something in the meeting that I felt was unprofessional. Hey, I'm going to gently hold your hand and let you know, hey, you probably didn't mean any harm by this, but these are the things that I didn't like that happened during the meeting that you said and that you mentioned. Hey, this is just how I feel about it. Moving forward, we can have a discussion about it. Oh, no response. No response. It's been days. Now all of a sudden I'm spooky, I'm scary. Now all of a sudden I'm not like you. They not like us. Now all of a sudden I'm intimidating. Now all of a sudden you don't want to have any interaction with me. Now all of a sudden you can't, as comfortable as you, hey girl, what's up girl, using AAVE. Now all of a sudden you can't do that no more. And I'm not just talking about her in particular. I'm talking about over the course of my career, the white women that I've interacted with, that I've had like I don't even want to call it a disagreement, more of a correction, like, oh, hey girl, like you probably ain't mean nothing about it, but I ain't really like this. You escalate straight up to the principal. You escalate straight up to HR. But you're comfortable to ask me about race. You're comfortable to ask me to come in and present to your students. You're comfortable enough to, so it's like, to me, I feel like I'm all over the place with my message, but I don't want to keep re-recording this. But it's so baffling to me. With that instance in particular, you comfortable enough to talk to me about who you married to and all this other stuff. But when I correct you, wasn't even a nasty correction. It's just a, hey, we can't bump shoulders no more. We not cool enough to have that conversation. I'm spooky and scary all of a sudden. This happened multiple times this year. We're all cool. We're kikiing in the meeting. And the moment that I tell you, hey, we can't do that on the day of the evaluation, we got to move it, you go straight to my supervisor and tell me, hey, this is a conversation that I had. Can you tell me your thoughts? As opposed to just asking me, hey, what's your thoughts on it? You go above my head. I'm trying to make sure that I make sense, but I feel like I hit the nail on the head with this one. I'm so confused. I love working in multicultural situations and things like that. It's just this podcast, kind of like episode format, really, really hit hard this week.